week or so, and I think that they were afraid of too much information being leaked out. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. There we go. So what is up, Heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. Starting 33 minutes late into the broadcast. We have a lot to cover today, but we're not going to cover as much as we thought we would because of how long that live stream went. We're not going to be doing a recap of that live stream in 2 to 3 minutes like we usually do. In fact, I'm not even sure that I really want to spend a good amount of time recapping it because I think it would take up too much time on this live stream. But effectively what we're dealing with here, and this is a Klaus, great question, by the way. I'm not sure that they answered it to my satisfaction. I hope that they answered it to your satisfaction. But we were all pulling for you. We were all hoping that they saw your question and answered your question, because I think that's a big quality of life improvement that the game really, really needed. By the way, we're talking about Facebook web and browser version of the game. The new Ascension or City of Asgard activity coming to Hero Wars Facebook web browser, VK, whatever, sometime in November. No set date yet. As far as I could tell, there are 2 phases to the fighting, and then there are the weekly stuff that resets, and then there's the permanent changes that you make. Right? It's so hard to follow the stream. Unfortunately, Tanya's not able to speak clearly. That's all right. You have Monday through Thursday, or you have the minion fighting, and then you have the boss fights. The minion fighting, you have set number of attacks. The boss fight, you have a set number of attacks. So as many minion fights as there are available. In this instance, there was 9. You have that many minion fight options available. So if you fail, then you lose some of the options to finish or clear the board. The more minions that you defeat, the more coins you get to purchase buffs that will expire that week. You'll also gain guild morale. Morale is something that will boost the damage output of your team against the boss. The boss, you have 5 tries to defeat the boss or to do as much damage as possible. You can only use a hero 1 time, so you'll need effectively 25 separate heroes summoned and leveled up to some point in order to defeat the boss. It looks like the boss has a lot of minions, a lot of monsters floating around with those little balls that Ash had. So I'm not sure if the boss is going to change week to week or whatever, but heroes like Kark probably not going to be that effective. It looks like the single target heroes aren't going to be that effective either. So we're going to have to spend some time learning how to do some stuff. But you get a lot of rewards that will be used towards fighting stuff that week, right? Improving the damage output and improving the ultimate of marksman, which is one of the examples that they showed in the live stream. That is a week specific buff that you spend currency on, and the currency for those buffs will expire at the end of the week, right? And then accomplishing these tasks, defeating the minions and then defeating the boss, damaging the boss, will award you with the other currency, the permanent currency. The permanent currency is used to upgrade 2 separate things: single hero ascension, which means leveling up a individual hero's ascension tree, raising their stats. In the case of the 7 beginning ascended heroes, unlocking a higher tier for those skills. And then you also have a separate set of currency, which will be used to level up the tree branches. A branch represents a role: tanking, healing, support, control, mage, marksman, warrior, etc., etc. A separate permanent resource will be used to level that stuff up. We also discussed the kickoff event. Hopefully they'll have multiples of these events. I believe somebody said that there was 100,000 emeralds for the bottom tier of that. And I am not happy about that. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? This is a business decision. I was having a meeting with one of the community managers this morning about some of the videos that I have coming up and published in the last couple of weeks. And they understand where I come from whenever I make claims about, when I criticize the game, both versions of the game. Feedback is necessary. Criticism is necessary. Tanya is able to not speak clearly, but she's pretty. Oh, goodness. Hope for max testing. From what I've seen on that stream, you've pretty much covered most of it, so a recap of 3 minutes could be possible. I can only see guild kicking increase in intensity. Did you guys see how much the weekly buffs gold cost was? Let me find this screenshot. I don't know if you guys saw me, but I did take a ton of screenshots during this fight. Oh, I'm sorry, during this live stream. Let me see if I can find this. I need large icons. Let's see here. Ascension gold cost. Okay, full screen. Let's zoom in a little bit. So this was to level up Qingmao's skill. That was 1 million gold to level that up. That is not the screenshot that I was looking for. Gold cost buffs. Here we go. So you can see here are the five buffs that you can purchase with gold each week. I don't know if these buffs reset every day, but 5 million gold isn't that much. All right, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. These are the five buffs that you can unlock with gold. You will probably be required to purchase these buffs every week in high-level guilds. You'll probably be required to. Unless these are individual buffs. Unless these are buffs for just you. Oh, you can buy stacks of them. So you can buy 5. Okay, so you need 25 million per week. 25 million gold per week. It's 1 mil for 5 times each. Do you have to level up your pet to blue to be able to patron it? Yes. No, it'll reset only after a week. It's 25, not 5. Yep. So you only 25 million gold a week. To be fair, though. To be fair, I could easily get 25 million gold. Like, I have 454 summoning spheres, right? And I know all of you aren't in the same position that I'm in. I can easily get, a ton of gold each week. So I can probably get, 10 to 15 million gold easily per week. And I think the average player can probably do the same. Missed what the 100K EMS, what was that about? I'm not sure. Millions. As I understood, you get them once a week, every week. All right, so you need 25 million a week. Release date for Asgard. Great question, Casserole. It's November. November sometime. They didn't have a set date. Best hero for the pet Axel. I use Celeste. But that varies. It varies depending on your team makeup. Whew. So what do you guys think? What questions do you guys have? Let's chat about it a little bit more. I don't want to spend a ton of time on it because, guys, this is thick. This is a thick game mode. We're going to be having to play a whole lot more. I believe Aperol Spritz made the comment that he did not want to play, that they did not want to play a lot more than what they already are playing. And from a business professional standpoint, I'm going to have to consider playing or doing a live stream on the weekends now. Doing a live stream on the weekends discussing these fights, these boss fights. Assassin, yeah, we don't have a ton of information. We'll talk about it in just a second. What was the 1 million emeralds? Raging Turnip, that is to upgrade. That's to upgrade the Ascended skill for Qingmao. 1 million gold. It's almost a whole different game. I just want a chart of how much gold will be needed for that. Well, we're going to have to do some math. Each individual hero Ascended skill will require gold plus the new resource, whatever the new resource is. So gold plus resources to upgrade individual heroes. The upgrading of the skill at ranks 2 and 5 will cost presumably 1 million gold each. And then the weekly buffs that you will need for the actual guild raid, the fights, is going to total 25 million per week. 100,000 emeralds thing, 100,000 emeralds. Oh yeah. Raging Turnip, the event, the kickoff event for the city of Asgard has a spend emerald task that's going to require 100,000 emeralds. John Knox says, I think this will hurt a game a lot. Any player won't generate that much gold. I agree. Main question is, I don't think this mode was really needed. It seems like it's a little bit extra just for the sake of being extra, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Magician? Doesn't it feel like just a little too much? But, since we don't have crossover wars, might be welcome. Battle on par for big events, yep. Aren't all employees of Nexus already billionaires? No, Gary, no. Maybe one employee for Nexus. Dustin, no news on the skins or the Halloween event. We're probably going to get that next week. The rewards are tons of gold. We saw what the rewards were. We did see what the rewards were. It wasn't gold. I can't find it. Here we go. So I snapped one of the rewards pages. This is the damage reward. The damage reward tab. These 5 stones, I'm not sure what these 5 stones represent. I know that they showed what they represent in the live stream. I just got to go back and do it. There was too much, and I was trying to take notes too much. I don't know. It seems like they might represent agility, intelligence, and strength, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, and this is for the damage rewards. Something that I really did like about this, though, something that I really liked about this was that if you were not able to get your attacks in before the boss was defeated, this is a problem on mobile, guys. This is actually a big problem on mobile for the Hydra. If the Hydra heads are defeated before you get a chance to get your attacks in, you can't complete your tasks for the day or for the week or whatever. The fact that the Hydra, or I'm sorry, the boss gets revived after the fact, that since that's the case, that's actually going to be a really nice quality of life improvement over the mobile version of the game. Next is just being greedy lately. Oh yeah, welcome to 3 years ago. Ed Poll, like every new activity is just one greedy scam after the next. I spend all my Titan Soul Stones for Sparks, and I can barely keep up with doing 1 level per day. Klaus, I mean, how many? Like I don't know. I feel like I have 15, 20 heroes at max Sparks of Power. It's agility, strength, and intelligence stones, but there's 5, and they're different. There's 5, and they're different. You can see that that this green stone is different than this green stone. This one has little wings on it, and this one doesn't. This red stone has the little wings on it, and this one doesn't. Maybe these are lesser stones? I don't know. You can just waste your attacks on a higher level Hydra. No Finkelzo, not if you're fighting the legendary Hydra each week. Neem says, I think we'll see a lot of players leaving the game. I think so too, but I think that a lot of people are looking for a reason to leave the game, and you'll find this is the situation with every new activity. But I agree. So what should we be doing to get ready for the launch? Making as much gold as you can. There are 2 different tiers. It's like excellent, rare, and flawless. That's probably what it is. Topaz Blue, do Titan teams get cycled out of Titan Arena if their guild... Titan Arena? Titan Arena. I'm not sure what you mean by Titan Arena. Anyway, fighting... oh, Klaus, by the way, I beat your team in Arena yesterday. Just want to throw that out there. Fighting the Kark Nebula Faceless with Helios. Having Helios on here is actually a dead hero, but the way that my team beats this team is full auto and sped up. Can you talk about the dungeon rework? Yeah, Jiv, we're going to get to it. So you just go auto and full speed, and then you beat Kark most times. That's what you got to do. Now, obviously, this is an underleveled Kark team, but that's just an example. Titan Valley fights. Oh, like the Tournament of the Elements? I'm actually not clear. I'm not clear on that. I'm not clear what happens. All right. So we're already way behind here. We're way behind. 2 dodge buffs is nice. We got big Helios dodges in the back. Helios just dodged every single one of Yasmin's hits there. And we're going to throw those in. We're silenced. Boom, 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 boom. And then again. Yeah, I knew. I saw that it was Astaroth, Klaus. I saw that your tank was Astaroth, and I was like, wait a second, this isn't his team. Because you use Aurora, right? You use Aurora for your main team. I saw that, and I was like, I'm gonna beat him anyway. Jeffrey Parr experiment. The Jeffrey Parr experiment continues. So one thing that I want to bring up, and this is something, this is one of the last couple of things that I want to talk about before we move on to the other topics is, and those of you looking for Team Fight Tuesday, we're going to do Team Fight Wednesday tomorrow because there's just too much happening. There's just too much happening today. If those 7 heroes, right, Cleaver, Kai, Nebula, Astaroth, Artemis, or Darkstar, Thea, if those 7 heroes, I might have Qingmao, that's the 7th one. If those 7 heroes are not your heroes, do not drop a hero to level up one of those 7 heroes instead. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to be at a disadvantage to those heroes. To people that have those heroes leveled up, you're going to be at a disadvantage for now. It is better to wait. It is better to wait. We saw with those ascensions. Let me find ascending a hero. Here we go. Looking at Qingmao here, this is just an example. At the very top of the tier 2 and the tier 5, you have the option of upgrading a skill. Those nodes are going to be there, but just empty. Like you'll be able to add it eventually. Right? Let's see if I can find. Oh, that's not it. I didn't take a screenshot. So if for example Cleaver is not, that's actually a bad example. Let's use Kai. Let's use Kai for example. Kai is a perfect example for me because I use Faceless in my Kark team. So instead of, and I'm a different situation because I play this game for a living. But if that's new, is that different? That's new. So if I look at my Kark team, right? Just my standard Kark team, whatever. If I decide to rearrange some stuff, now obviously you can't just drop Kai in with Nebula. You have to drop the Nebula out and add in Sebastian full time, or Jorgen full time, or whatever. If you decide to drop Faceless for Kai, you're going to be way far behind than if you have a pretty high level Faceless. So, for example, my Faceless here is 103 power level. My Kai is 59,000 power level. So getting from 60,000 to 100,000 power level, that 40,000 power level, just to take advantage of Kai's upgraded skills is a mistake. It is a mistake. Unless you're planning on leveling Kai in the future anyway, and there is some argument to be made about, you need 25 heroes now. You need 25 heroes now. It's going to be better to wait. It's going to be better to wait for Faceless to get his ascended skills, because there's a good chance that even though Kai has these upgraded skills, that Faceless is still going to be a better hero for your team. That's just one example. Another example would be if you're using Kira. Let's say you're building let's say you have a blender team. Guild battles. Let's throw Cleave Daddy in there because Cleaver is good now. Actually, the best offensive tank now. Sebastian, Jets, and we'll throw in Nebula just for fun. So let's say that this is your team, right? And you're like, man, Artemis is going to be better. Artemis is going to be so powerful. Do not drop Kira for Artemis. It's a mistake, guys. It's a mistake, because eventually Kira is going to get the same treatment. Does everybody understand this? It's very important. It's very important. It may end up only being like a little bit of resources. Like, we don't really know yet contextually how much resources of this new resource is going to be required. The gold is replaceable, right? Not a big deal. We're going to be able to make more gold. But still yet, if gold ends up being a finite, rare, precious resource, then it's not going to be good. It's not going to be smart to level up Artemis's Ascension. I'm gonna do tier 1 of Artemis's Ascension Tier 2. I'm going to grab Artemis's upgraded skill. I'm going to do Artemis Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5, and I'm going to grab Artemis's Tier 5 upgraded Ascension skill. It's going to be way better to just upgrade your Kira, and then when Kira gets that new skill, upgrade it there. It's super important, guys. Please don't level up a new hero just for the sake. If you're a new player and say your heroes are still in the 50 to 75,000 power range, you can do this. You can absolutely do it. It's going to be inefficient and you're still going to fall behind. It's the same argument as anything else. Spending resources on a hero that you don't plan to use long-term is a mistake. The same thing can be said about spending heroes on a brand new hero because it's reworked or new or shiny or whatever. How many minutes were they on for? An hour? Right at about an hour. I'll say this new players will somewhat have an easier time at the beginning. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I think one of the most prominent teams that we're going to see a lot of, guys, one of the teams that I think we're going to see a lot of on newer servers is going to be this bad boy right here. Where you at? Some variation of this. I think this is just going to be like, I think we're going to see this team a lot. A lot. You have armor penetration artifact boosting your Artemis. You have Artemis doing additional damage the longer she's alive. You have Artemis doing self-heals. You have Nebula providing a ton of bonus physical attack. A ton of bonus physical attack to both Qingmao and Artemis. Coco mentioned in his video earlier this morning that he thinks Qingmao is going to be the best out of this entire list. I think this team right here, is going to be amazing. I think this team right here is going to be ridiculous. For now, guys. Later on, as other heroes get ascended, other teams are going to be better. The weekly tasks are saying upgrade a hero's ascension tree one time and upgrade a role one time. The last hero I dumped a lot of resources into that wasn't being leveled was Cornelius. Yeah. Level 5 ascension skill is going to take a very long time to obtain. Agree. That looks amazing with vulnerable heals. I agree. 100% agree. 100% agree. Look at the synergy here, guys. Look at the synergy. You have armor buff. You have magic defense buff. I don't even know what buff Artemis provides. You have armor penetration. Here, let's just go look. Nebula provides magic attack. Or I'm sorry, physical attack, right? You have Qingmao providing armor penetration. What does Artemis do? I honestly, I don't know what Artemis does. Physical attack. So you have 2 physical attack buffs. You have an armor penetration buff. Artemis is a critical attack hero. Will die very quickly, obviously, to Helios. This team is extremely weak to Corvus undead teams, right? It's going to be a good team. It's going to be a good team for new players if you can get Cleaver. I have a bad feeling about this. Aloha, Richard. I do want to say hi to a couple people in the live stream. I saw some people jumping in, and I apologize that we started kind of late. You know, for those of you that are wondering what's going on, the City of Asgard live stream was earlier. We wasted the first half, the first 30 minutes of this live stream. We're going to go longer. We wasted the first 30 minutes of this live stream talking about, watching them talking about it. And now we just have a lot of stuff to unpack. I'm not going to do a video on it because I still have to wrap my head around it. There's a lot of new resources. There's so many new resources that people are going to have to keep track of now. I think that's going to be the biggest problem. I think that's going to be the biggest problem that's going to confuse the most people is what resource does what. What resource levels up what? Which ones should you be focusing on saving? Which ones you should be focusing on a day-to-day basis? Which tasks you should focus on? How popular are the first batch of Ascended heroes? I mean, Cleave Daddy is overrated, but now Cleaver's Putrefaction skill is going to have so much damage output. So much. If you can keep them alive. All the heroes that got their overpriced pass skins. Yep. Yeah, and for that matter, I mean, you could look at it like this. I mean, you could do, while we're at it, we can do nope. Times battle. Here we go. We could do Cleaver, Nebula, Kai. No, that's not Kai. Where's Kai? Here we go. Cleaver, Nebula, Kai. Oh, wait. What about this team, guys? What about this team? What about this team? You're missing some magic penetration. Jimmy Thomas, thanks for stopping by. He buffed out. I wish Charlie went into this kind of depth on Hydra battles. I'm not that good on mobile, though. I'm not that good. I mean, I don't play that much on mobile. I mean, I play every day on mobile. I'm not as good on mobile as I am on Facebook and web. Change Cleaver for Aurora. I mean, Aurora will work. Just like, you know, Aurora is a great tank on Facebook and web, but I think Cleaver is going to be the better tank on offense. Have you done a video on which heroes are best against which Hydras? No, I have not. I have not. Anyway. Would be okay if you have Cleaver. Aurora would be better if you don't have Cleaver. So, earlier today, shifting gears a little bit, announced earlier today, about 3:30 a.m. Central Time this morning, Truth Watcher, one of the developers, says, hi, we are planning to improve Dungeon again. This is Hero Wars Mobile, guys. Hero Wars Mobile. We are planning to improve Dungeon again. It will be easier to collect 75 and 150 Titanite per day after the next update, which is going to going to go into effect approximately next week. So, if you're struggling right now, if you're an established player, if you have plenty of Titan teams leveled up, they're going to make it easier to get 75 and 150 Titanite. And this is based on numbers that the developers have been seeing. It looks like the algorithm that they use to determine the enemy Titans are going to be adjusted. I don't have any hard information on what exactly is going to be adjusted. I don't know if the power level, the health, the damage output of the enemy Titans, I don't know if it's just an adjustment to which Titans you're fighting in what order, but the goal of this dungeon change is to make it easier to get to the different breakpoints, to get to 75 and 150 Titanite per day. There are people that are struggling with the change, recent change, for whatever reason, and I guess they're tweaking it to make it a little bit better. Is mobile still more expensive than Facebook or web? Yes, it depends. Bambi, it's a sliding scale, because if you can get all of your totems early, and some people do, if you can get all of your totems early, then Facebook and web is easily less expensive. Easily less expensive. Otherwise, it's going to cost you, 6 million emeralds. This is terrible for 3-element. This is terrible for 3-element war teams. This is terrible. Charlie Dangerous. The dungeon rework, Mike, I just mentioned, it's for Hero Wars Mobile. They're going to make it easier somehow. I say Alvanor instead of Darkstar. Grove Keepers. Yeah, Grove Keepers. And I think that we're going to see a lot of theory crafting. Gosh, man, I really wish that we could refund resources, guys. I would love to be making other teams other than this Kark team. I love Kark. Don't get me wrong, I love Kark, but I would love to be trying out different teams. And pets, I need pets in max testing. I really do. The only people that were complaining are the same people that struggled for 150. No, Jeffrey Not Par, it's not a matter of complaining or not. We know that people are 12 times more likely to complain than to praise. This is a statistical fact, guys. People are 12 times more likely to complain than they are to leave feedback of a negative experience than leave feedback of a positive experience. 12 times more likely to leave negative feedback than if feedback is left, it's 12 times more likely that it's negative feedback. So it's actual gameplay information that they're basing it on. Let's have the Titan Sphere event that requires people collecting Titanite right before the dungeon room. Yeah, feels so. It would be great if they gave you one Titan Skin Stone for each room you clear. Yeah. Faster horses. All right. Whatever, I don't even care. I would pay $25 to redo my resources. That's actually not a bad suggestion, given people a paid option to reset their heroes. They'd probably make a lot of money. Probably make a ton of money. Sometimes I just want to play an auto. Sometimes I just want to play on auto mode. So let's say hi to some people. Let's say hi. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the YouTube Guild members. I see Mike Yernak. I see Mike H. Jeffrey Not Par. Dustin. D. Warman, of course. Malpheus. Jeffrey Not Par. Ned S. Malpheus is here. I see a penguin there in the live stream. Eric Wheeler. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. Let's see. Raging Turnip. Of course, Klaus. Joseph Chu. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Eric Wheeler. Malpheus. Did I miss any guild members? Are any other guild members watching that I missed? Oh, Tanya. Welcome back, Tanya. Good to see you. Darren. Thank you for joining, Darren. Bambi. Bambi's here. Let's see. Anybody else that I should give a shout out for? Kind of scrolling. Scott K. Oh, Scott K just jumped in. Says, sorry I'm late. That's all right. That's all right. We're running a little over. Interesting team, though, right there. I wonder what's the plan. Is the plan to duplicate? I don't know what the plan was with that. I don't know what the plan was with that team. Oh. Kagiso Mothapo, welcome to the YouTube Guild. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Welcome. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Guys, if you're interested in supporting me beyond paying anything, which you absolutely do not need to do, but if you do want to support me, all you got to do is click that like button. Super helpful. All you got to do is click that like button, and it'll help me out. It'll help me out quite a bit. It tells YouTube that I know what I'm talking about, or at least that I'm worth watching. It must be funny to a player to have you in his guild. Probably not. It's probably terrible. It's probably terrible. I'm kind of fed up with this. I'm kind of fed up with this guild sometimes, though. They do things that make me scratch my head, and I'm just like, And I don't know if I'm being honest, guys. These changes to Facebook and web, like I don't mind playing on the weekends. Like obviously this is a game, and it takes me half an hour a day to play it, if that. Takes me maybe a half an hour a day to play it. But if I can figure out a time to live stream on the weekends to do. Maybe I jump in for like a half-hour live stream in the mornings. Yeah, faceless copying Luther would be would be a big mistake on that defensive team. But it's all right. It's all right. Duplicate Martha with faceless to speed up Jew's percentage damage skill. Yeah. Just got 30 soul stones in the chest. Nice, Wally. I got one faceless soul stone. Oof. Big oof. Man. Just chatting. Let's see. Damage rewards. The baby dashboard. Enemy skills. So looking at this boss fight, very similar to Adventures, right? You have the enemy skills list here. The enemy skills are going to change each week, presumably. They're going to change with the weekly buffs. Here's your 3 buffs. Here's the guild morale, so you're doing 11% more damage. Look at this. So there's at least 8 new resources. No, 9. There's at least 9 new resources being added. We have, is that the same? Yeah. And those crystals. Are these crystals? Yeah, these crystals are different than these crystals. So there's not 10 new resources. What else do we have here? Team fights. Boss 1. Team Fight Tuesday's overrated. Yeah, we'll do team fights tomorrow, guys. Team fights tomorrow. Comment section at Hero Wars is complaining or how Tanya looks gorgeous. Yeah, Wally, that's the case. You know, if there's one thing that you can count on with gamer girls is that there's going to be simps, right? I wish people would simp for me, but I don't have the bone structure. I guess I don't have the bone structure and the skin complexion. I bring a lot to the table. All right? I take out the trash. What else is there to say, guys? I don't even know. Do you have to level up your pet to blue to be able to patronage it? Yep. Yep, it's got to be blue. You can patronage a pet to a hero once you reach the blue rank, but you don't get access to the violet skill here, the patronage skill, until your pet gets the violet. So patroning, expecto patroning, biscuit to a hero will give the bonus stats, right? Magic attack and armor, but it won't give the violet skill until you get the hero or the pet, excuse me. The pet's violet. Wow, it was clear as mud. Sorry about that. The man bun takes away your simps? I guess so. I can't even believe he was just in Florida. I spent most of the day inside. I spent a lot of time in a casino. Sat around the pool for a little while. The new resource for Ascension, check the City of Asgard channel. Guys, I created a new text channel in the Facebook section for City of Asgard. Oh wow, new Ascension resources. Thank you. Full screen. Here we go. So here's all of the new Ascension resources. This isn't all of them though. This isn't all of them, Guardian 06. We're missing some. Guys, because we're missing. No, not those. Where's my? Here we go. So we have these spheres right here, and then these potions. Yeah, you have the spheres, the potions, and whatever swirly resource that is. Right? So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 23. 26 resources? Look at all of these. Like, some of them make sense, right? Like, you need... I'm guessing that these right here, like this one, and this one, and this one, like these 4 are going to be to upgrade the tree branches. Like, this is marksman. This looks to be, I'm guessing, healer. Probably warrior. No, this is healer. This is probably, what, supports? Control? Tank? Oh, there's duplicates here. Wait. There's duplicates here. There's a violet version of this and a blue version of this. And you can see a blue version of the marksman and a violet version. So are you going to need... So they're not technically duplicates. You just need... Oh my god. It's going to be like ranking up your artifacts. Right? You'll need green first and then blue. Like... These rocks right here are probably the lowest tier. Am I in frame? Yeah. So these rocks right here are probably the lowest frame. This is the green version of this. This is the blue version. And then here is the violet version of this same blue stone. And this is presumably the agility stone, right? And then you have the strength stones. Red. And then the intelligence, I guess. Green. And then you have the same kind of situation with the marksman tree branch upgrade resource. Guys, these seem more like the stones and the pets. Yeah, kind of. Hope there aren't any gray ones. Man, they're glyphs. Glimpse? Oh. The ones in the screenshot I showed is from a random poll, so they are all for the individual hero branches. I don't think so. I could be wrong. Let's actually, you know what, we can go back. Yeah. Guys, I am like just swallowing New World videos as much as I can. Why I finally quit everything? Okay. Let's see. Go. By the way, guys, have you seen this new Hero Wars ad? Have you seen this new Hero Wars ad? I'm fascinated with it for one specific reason. Like, what? That's not Daredevil. Daredevil has two different color eyes. This is not Daredevil. That's not Celeste. That's Ching Mao. That's not Arachne. That's not a warrior either. That's Kira. That's not Fox. But I would love a pirate skin for Fox. I mean, that's Leon. Leon's a mage and, you know, Darkstar. Like, what even is this ad? Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay, so Asgard, a closer look. Here we go. So here's another resource. These stars right here. That's yet another resource. You saw these spheres that we need, but the stars are another resource. Okay, so yeah. So these are for, you're right. You're right, Guardian. I mean, obviously you're right. Where is the Daredevil is not anyone I can think of in the game. I don't know who that is. As close, what I think that Daredevil was a Thea. I think that was Thea, but a reskin of some kind. I want that pirate girl. Yeah. I would love pirate outfits. Let's see here. All the buffs. New location, guild raids, minions, and buffs. Asgard, a closer look. There we go. So this is the Astral Seer here. It looks like they're going to add in a quest to open this one time. You can see this reward 4,000. Grand prize is 10 of these eternal seeds. Daily double. Double drop chance and resource amount reset in... Did he do the daily double? Did he do this daily double in front of us? You get one time, you get double the rewards. Star mana. Star mana. Yep. Yeah, I agree. There might be some spoiler for new skins. So that's what I thought it was initially in World Galaxy, but then I kept refreshing the video until I got the ad again, and then I noticed that it wasn't, the heroes weren't matching up. And I was like, this is Ching Mao, it's not Celeste. Astral Seer was an exotically grilled steak. Oh my gosh. How do you know if quest rewards disappear if you don't claim them? Some quest rewards do. Some go to your mailbox at the end of the event. There's so much. There's too many resources. I think I said this a couple times in this live stream, but I feel like the biggest confusion that people are going to have is understanding where their resources are going to go. Is there anything else that I wanted to look at here? Oh, so I like this actually. Let's see. Did he? So this is the tank roll. Okay, so here's the mage roll. So guys, this is an interesting thing that I wanted to point out. Let's blow this up here. So if you look, this is the mage tree branch, right? You level up the mage tree branch with the star mana and these eternal seeds, whatever. But it looks like that we'll be able to add, we'll be able to give some heroes some magic penetration that don't normally have it. Which is kind of a big deal because you have Helios, you have heroes like Helios that has the highest magic attack, like really, really high magic attack, but they have really poor magic penetration. This will be a great way to do that. Let's take a look at another example if we can find one. Warrior, the warrior branch, we can give, Kark more armor penetration. That'll be nice. Marksman tree branch. There's going to be some breakpoints. There's going to be some breakpoints with these tree branches that's going to make it so that you don't necessarily need the armor penetration artifacts or the magic penetration artifacts added. But I just thought that was interesting to point out. Is there a Hero Wars ad that's actually representative of the game? I just dropped a decent comment in the chat. Hope they reply. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, guys. There's a lot here. There's a lot here. I can't do a video on this yet. But I think what we should probably consider doing is talking about really big takeaways. I might post, in fact, I'm going to do this actually. I'm going to post this on my YouTube. I'm going to ask for some feedback on some of the really big takeaways from the live stream today. Some of the more important things that we need to pay attention to. Learning and understanding where all these resources come from. I mean, we'll learn over time. We'll get it. We'll get it. But some of the strategies, I think, heroes that do area of effect damage that don't rely on some kind of modifier, like, Kark. Kark is probably going to be terrible against these bosses. A lot of the other damage dealers that do multi-hits, Kira is obviously going to be a good choice. Ching Mao, going to be a good choice. The twins probably won't be a great choice. Satori, probably not going to be a great choice. Orion will probably be okay. I think ODH will be pretty solid. But again, heroes that do single target damage are going to be actually maybe less important for this boss. The little sub-bosses, the three little sub-bosses probably be beneficial to have, like an Orion or a Ching Mao or Zhu, Mojo, Yasmin. Those big single target, Satori, big single target damage dealers. Elmir is a big single target damage dealer as well. My Kirk is going to suck. For show, for show. That pirate seemed like Ginger. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Klaus. I thought that too. And I'll take a pirate skin for Ginger. The first hero was actually Windy or Boxy. Oh, guys, I'm going to start being able to give away Boxy gifts. I'm going to start being able to give away Boxy gifts on my channel. Pretty excited about that. More on that in the coming weeks. You need to attack while those 3 spheres are in front. Kark may be effective against those, or I hope he will. Yeah. Why for the boss not a good single damage dealer? Zeus, the boss, had like the little floating spheres that were going around. You needed to focus on killing those very fast. Kark does really, really bad at killing specific targets like that. If they can be knocked up into the air with Kark, or Kai, or Faceless, or whatever, then it'll be good. But Kark's damage output kind of low. Unless you're knocking enemies up in the air. I'm talking about the live stream, not a King Biscuit ad. Huh. Yeah, they're gonna acknowledge my 10 million views for mobile and Facebook and web. So cool stuff there. All right. Well, we went about a half an hour over. I want to thank everybody for sticking around. Pretty good live stream. Gained 1 new member. We got up over 200 views for the first time in a while, so that's pretty awesome. That's pretty exciting. Thank you so much for joining. Since the good majority of this live stream was simply watching their live stream, I think the video overall will be demonetized. But hopefully, maybe I'll just clip that first half out. Maybe I'll just clip that first 30 minutes of the live stream out, and then it'll be fine. But we'll deal with that later. Nothing you guys need to be worrying about. Tomorrow, Wednesday, live stream is at 12 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. UTC. We're going to do some team fighting. I'm looking forward to doing some team fighting. It's been a little while. Don't forget that Thursday we have the start of a brand new Hero Wars account. Sole purpose of fighting Seymour as early as possible. Who knows what else is going to happen. I really want to talk about Orion some this week. His event is active right now in Hero Wars Mobile. As soon as we get more information about the Hero Wars Mobile dungeon rework, we'll share that. But I think all versions of the game are very busy right now. From talking to the community managers and the developers over the last 24 hours, I think everybody's really busy. I asked a couple of different members of the team to come on a live stream, once a week, because I want to start interviewing next year's employees once a week. And for the most part, everybody said we are too busy because of this or too busy because of that. So that might be pushed back a little bit. But I think we're going to have a lot of stuff happening. Of course, we have the Halloween event. Then we'll have Black Friday shortly after that. New heroes, right? A lot of stuff happening. But I hope to see you all tomorrow. Please don't forget to like the video. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks, Klaus. Thanks, D. Warman. And I guess I will see you all tomorrow. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.